Search Generative Experience, how it affects SEO. Search Generative Experience, SGE, is Google's latest initiative to improve researchers' search results. Find out how SGE combines search tools with artificial intelligence and what it means for your B2B brand's content marketing strategy. I've been working with search engines for a very long time. I've written for search tools like Gopher, Yahoo, Dogpile, and AltaVista throughout the Internet's history. I can also remember the early criticisms of Google. People told me it was naive to think that a simplistic keyword search would ever replace librarian-style categories, and that Google's egalitarian, perk-based California culture would never be competitive. Today, Google's Silicon Valley ethos and its acquisitions of Android and YouTube have provided it and its parent company, Alphabet, with what amounts to an online search monopoly. So it's important for B2B content marketers and search engine optimizers to find out everything they can about Google's search functions. These days, Google is working on what it calls a new way to search with generative artificial intelligence, AI. They're calling it the Search Generative Experience, SGE. Google has used AI behind the scenes, or as they put it, under the hood, for decades. They pioneered using spell check to improve search prompt accuracy, and their bidirectional encoder representations from transformers, BERT algorithm, revolutionized the way search engines rank search results to meet user needs. The difference with Google's new AI-based SGE approach will be its impact on the user experience. Researchers will be able to ask more complex and descriptive questions, ask follow-up questions, get the essence of a topic more efficiently, draft text, and create imagery. If that sounds a lot like OpenAI's applications, you're right, but there's also a key difference. Google's SGE approach is strictly focused on research, so its goal is to connect users with helpful web content rather than delivering a standalone application. When Google SGE is in place, researchers will receive a topic snapshot that provides a brief overview and subtopics. From the snapshot, users will choose links to publishers, creators, retailers, businesses, and other information sources, so they can delve deeper. Currently, refining a search in Google or similar search engines can be frustrating. We can either rephrase our search term or, if we've taken the time to learn them, we can use special characters to clarify our needs. With SGE, Google will provide an Ask a Follow-up button, enabling users to refine searches using plain language questions. SGE will also suggest next steps for the research task. Perhaps more importantly for B2B content marketers, SGE will provide a more vertical experience to customer searches for your brand or products. The snapshot will list features and considerations for your industry and products, and then list your brand and its competitors. The engines behind these SGE product searches will be Google Business Profiles and Google Shopping Graph, which are exhaustive global databases of companies, products, brands, sellers, reviews, and inventories. This has critical implications for brand differentiation strategies going forward. Your team will still be able to place search ads. Google will position these in designated ad slots throughout its snapshot pages. Ads from your brand or your competitors will continue to carry Google's well-known bold black sponsored label to avoid confusion between creative and commercial content. Google is taking pains to reassure researchers that SGE's priority will continue to be Google's guiding EEAT principles of experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Google plans to maintain those standards in the AI world through model training, human intervention, quality standards, content policies, and, thankfully, a neutral persona. So what does SGE mean for your B2B brand's SEO and content strategies? As always, the best search strategy for every content creator is to deliver excellent content. Google has explained this to content marketers for decades, and it solidified its expectations in 2022 with its helpful content system. This isn't a single ranking algorithm that SEO tacticians can outwit with gimmicks. Google transcended the arms race between search engines and keyword stuffers long ago. There's nothing for search engine optimizers to outwit anymore. As the world's leading search engine, Google is completely open and transparent about what it calls helpful content. The guiding principle is to create people-first content instead of search engine-first content. Google considers content to be people-first if it has an intended audience, demonstrates first-hand experience and depth of knowledge, and it provides a meaningful, satisfying learning experience for researchers. Conversely, Google views content as search engine first when it seems created to attract web crawlers, is stuffed with obvious keywords, covers a mishmash of trendy topics, merely summarizes other people's work, focuses on current fads, or asks controversial questions without answering them. Creating excellent content is harder than researching current trends, inserting keywords and subheadings, and checking your word count. However, as Plato said 2,500 years ago, nothing worthwhile is easy. Google's Search Generative Experience is just the latest stage in a long progression of search engine providers working to improve results and experiences for researchers. It seems like B2B content marketers can either align with that goal by creating excellent content for researchers or find themselves left behind.